All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Listen, TGIM, thank God it's Monday, the start of a new week, the last Monday of October. We are here, the Empowered Morning Show, baby, ready to bring it to you early, bright and early this morning. Spark, I know I'm laughing because I always think 7 a.m., but it's 6 a.m. your time, baby.
It's 6 a.m.
Put some respect on your time.
Let's go on and let it know, Shannon. Shannon, isn't it 6 a.m.? Why she talking about some 7 a.m.? It's 6 a.m. So
it's 6 a.m. your time. Yes.
But who's complaining? Nobody.
Nobody. What keeps Sweat saying? Nobody. Yes.
Nobody.
Good morning, everybody.
Nobody, baby.
Miss Patricia, Miss Doris, Miss Phyllis, Shannon, good to see you all this morning. Thanks for joining in this morning with us on this last Monday of October. Baby, listen, we are getting ready to get into the last 2 months of 2024. I'm talking about this year is not playing. It is rolling. You hear me?
That's a double. Angela, I have to say, this your engineering this morning in this purple and red. I'm loving the purple background with the red stand out. Come on, y'all. Give it up for our engineer that and gave us a different spin this morning.
Wait a minute. Good thing you said something because I was just looking to get ready to take it off.
No, don't take it off.
I'm going to leave it. I'm
going
to leave it.
It's pretty. Do y'all agree that this purple and red is doing something for us? Because it's something new. We walk it into newness, so you never know what we're going to pop out with. It might be yellow, it might be green, it might be purple, but it's
who knows? Just flow. Go with the flow. That's all you got to do. Go with the flow. Good morning, Cynthia Lewis. Miss Phyllis there, yes, and Cynthia says she agrees. So good. Okay, we're going to leave it then. We are going to leave it. Listen, this weekend, I had the pleasure of hanging with my girl. We had a great time. House blessings. I'm telling y'all, God is so good. And it's just a beautiful thing to, Cynthia said, honey, royalty. Yes. Come on. I love it. Miss Doris said she loved it. Okay. So it was just a great opportunity to spend time with Sparkle and her family and close friends. And I'm telling y'all, somebody said, when you give people their flowers, but it's so beautiful to be able to, connect with people, spend time. So if you got some people in your life you need to catch up with, do that.
Catch up with them.
Catch up with them.
Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you so much, Patricia. It was a beautiful experience to be in the surrounding around love. It was just a love surrounding. I cooked, and it wasn't no normal baby shower little meal. We had a real Sunday meal.
We had a real good Sunday meal, and it was so good, honey, with some good desserts and everything. She showed out.
Because y'all know Angela had to request her chest bars. So we had chest bars, we had banana pudding, we had strawberry cake, we had roast, we had potatoes, we had carrots, we had chicken, we had green beans, we had macaroni and cheese, we had rolls. It was not just Come on and get the meatballs. No,
Thank you.
we're doing it. Kanisha was, yeah, it was just a beautiful experience to be around love. I even changed it up and we had to do us a 10-minute meditation because I just wanted people to know my little secret. My secret is get somewhere, be still, and be quiet.
Yes. Meditate on that.
Let God speak to you. You so busy talking and keep on and da. Like you have so much to say that God is like, when you can fit me in, when you got time to let me talk, let's talk. So thank you all for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for showing up this morning. We are ready to jump into some greatness because God is good.
All the time. So listen, y'all know last week we talked about healing me for me. And that was such a good topic to get into because we talked about mind, body, soul, getting it together, but doing it for you and being intentional about that. So today, I ran across this lady on social media. Her name is Nicole Matthews. She does a lot of branding and marketing and things of that nature. And so she just celebrated a birthday. And so in her post, she listed several things that she was leaving behind in the past year because she wasn't going forward in her new year with all of that, right? And I thought we're going to share and talk about that. Oh, Miss Doris said, you did that thing, Dr. Swaffle.
Thank you, Doc.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you, Doris. Thank you.
And so we want to talk about it because some of the things she's leaving behind, we might need to leave behind too. We need to start thinking about what's going on in our lives so that we can get it together. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning. Good to see you. So one of the things was what she was going to leave behind is giving 110% and only getting 50% in return.
Okay.
Y'all know how you really, do so much and you going and going and going. That's why self-care is so important because we go and we give and we do and all these things, but do you always get that back in return? And if you don't, maybe this is the time for you to stop and see who is giving you, who is pouring back into you, who is showing up for you. If you're showing up all the time, what are you getting in return? How are people receiving you? How are they handling who you are? Because it's important. I think I saw Dr. Chanel had posted, give me my flowers while I'm here. Don't wait until I'm gone to show me that you love and appreciate me. You see me showing up for you all the time. And it's so simple to reach out to somebody. It's
Yes.
so simple to give people some of your time. It's so simple when you know that they are there for you time and time again. But when you get tired of 50%, when you give them 110%, that's a problem. It
Yes, it
is.
is. It is. And what we're saying, don't forget about discernment because sometimes God, we said just make sure you use this right because discernment in this is correct. Some
Yeah.
people, God wants you to give 110 and you might get zero back from them, but God's going to give you what you're supposed to have. So don't get caught up talking about that's why I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. No, you can't always be done. Make sure you use discernment
That's good.
in this process. But it's some people that you send them an invitation every time you have something, every time you do something, you send them an invitation and they never show up for you. But then they send you an invitation. Here you come with the chicken, the mashed potatoes, the green beans, and everything. You come in ready. So just use discernment because it's not about what's equal, what's out. And I want y'all to know
Correct.
everybody gives in a different way. I might not give you money, but I can give you encouragement. I can give you uplifting. So don't always expect how you give that in return they have to give to you back in the same way because people are uniquely made wonderfully,
Yeah.
uniquely, wonderfully fun, feel for fun. What is wrong with me? Fulfilled, they are made different. Everybody is
Yeah.
made different. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't expect everyone to give like you give. If time is what you give and money is what they give, if they give greatness and they give a hug, just let people give in the way that they give.
You
Oh,
have to know what works for you
oh, thank
because
you, Reverend Pat.
what she say, but y'all are worth waking. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Yes, because we love you. And glad to
Yes,
see you this
Reverend Pat
morning.
helped me. I can't even get my words out this morning.
I
So,
know, right? Listen, the thing about it is, a lot of times everybody has different love languages, right? And
mm-hmm.
you love out of your love language, and sometimes we don't realize that other people have different love languages. So just because you like to, do service things, somebody else may not be service oriented, but they're going to give you whatever their love language is. So it is a give and take. If you're giving 110% and only getting 50 back, like Sparkle said, you got to do discernment in that particular relationship. If you're not getting anything or you're barely getting something, you got to judge that for you, whether or not it's time to make a move
Yeah,
or to, what they say, handle people with a long handle spoon. Maybe you got to step back a little. But for other people, you got to recognize that, baby, I don't care. When I'm giving it to them, I'm getting it back and it's satisfying me. And it may not be in the same way, but yes, Cardisha said you are on point and can't expect people to be like you.
you
Point
can.
blank, period. You cannot. And if you do, it is going to really mess you up. It's going to have you feeling some type of way when it wasn't even meant to be like that. So
Yeah,
again, all these things, think about it, but at the same time, use your discernment because it is things that we often do. And if you're feeling some type of way and salty about it, then maybe there's something you need to deal with. But if it's not bothering you how people show up for you or what they're doing, then this doesn't apply to you, right? Here's
yeah,
another one: overworking and undercharging.
yes.
Charge your worth and then add tax, because I'm telling y'all, a lot of times we're out here and we're working hard and doing things or whatever, and you're undercharging, and you are doing over and above. You're giving great content. You're doing some things. Start charging what you're worth, especially for entrepreneurs. A lot of times you're not getting what you could get, and you're doing excellent work. And I think for a lot of people, sometimes you need to understand, charge what you're worth and then add tax. Because I'm telling
Exactly.
y'all, you are worth it. You deserve to get paid for doing what you do, especially when you do a great job at it.
And you use your gifts, your talents. I remember and Sparking for You, I used to be like, God, can I really charge that? He was like, yes. But and don't be afraid to charge what you charge. And if they don't want to pay it, guess what? It's okay. They're not the person. So stop worrying about, oh, I'm gonna lose my customers because I'm not charging what Angela charges. If Angela has went to God and you have went to God and everybody has went to God and God has said what he wants it to be, sit down somewhere and let Angela do her and you do you, because it is worth it. I'm telling you, the government never forgets to charge us taxes. He never says, oh, well, I'm going to give them a break this time and not charge them tax. And then, that free tax week or whatever, they up the charge, and then it's just a upcharge, and now you still paying the taxes.
That is true. I'm gonna put Kathy's question. Kathy said, there was a time I used my last to give a homeless person some food, but when I drove up to give it to them, they rolled their eyes at me. That hurt my feelings. That made me want to stop giving to them. What should I do?
Give. That means you need to give again. Like, this is, and again, I just said that you can't expect people to do what they do. Like, you never know what that roll they eyes was. That might not have sincerely been to you. That might have been the roll eyes that, here I go, gotta ask for something again. I gotta take from somebody else. It's not always easy to take from somebody when you are standing in the need. So that person, don't take it personal always that roll your eyes was directly to you. It could have been in their heart how that hurt them, that here I go again, having to take food for someone else. And then most important, when you giving from the heart, when you give from your heart and you giving from obedience, I don't let yourself be concerned how someone responds or reacts. from where you know you gave from your heart. When you gave from your heart, that's all that matters. What they do with it, how they handle it, how they roll their eyes at you, that is strictly on them. You did your part, and that's period. That's the end of the story. You did what God told you to do. So thank you for listening to your heart and not listening to the other side of you. Saying, you rolling your eyes, give me my stuff back. Like, not
Right.
acting to that. So just continue to not let people's response or reaction determine how you give from your heart.
Exactly. That's a great response. I think that, Kathy, a lot of times, we want people to appreciate what we do, but the reality of it is not everybody's going to appreciate what you do, or you're not going to get the response that you want. But at the end of the day, keep doing what you do out of your heart, regardless of how it's received, because you're not giving it for them, you're doing it for you. And it's blessing them. That you're blessed to be a blessing. You're blessing them, and allow God to bless you in return. He's not blessing you based on their response. He's blessing you based on what you're doing. So don't allow that to stop you from giving and doing and showing up wherever and whenever you can. Another one that's on here is feeling guilty about setting boundaries.
Mm.
We can't be feeling guilty about setting boundaries. Boundaries are in place for a reason. And for a lot of people, it's hard to set boundaries because people don't sometimes respect your boundaries, but it's okay to set boundaries to help you out. It really is. And you can't feel guilty about, like Regina said, vitamin N. You can't feel guilty about saying no. If you don't want to show up or you don't want to do something, it's okay to say no. It's better to say no than to show up and have an attitude and
Not
act
being
all
able
ugly.
to give your 100. Like you coming with 2% because you really didn't want to be there anyways.
Exactly. Don't do that. Just say no, because you're not doing somebody a favor by doing something and you really don't want to be. Attitude is everything. Don't come in and do for me. If you huffing and puffing and blowing because you doing something for me that you really didn't want to do, I would just rather you not. I would
Nah.
rather figure it out on my own than to sit there and deal with the attitude that goes along with it. But I don't want to be guilty. You don't want to feel guilty about setting boundaries, and you shouldn't. If it's going to
Exactly.
benefit, if it is what you need to have happen in order for you to be okay with you, don't feel guilty about that.
Because setting boundaries for me is to prevent from trauma coming back up.
Mm.
Set my boundary is to prevent that other side, another character to come out of me. Setting boundaries to me is learning who I am and loving myself and understanding what I need and what I don't need. It's really taking charge of knowing who you are. You are absolutely setting boundaries
That
saves
is like,
lives. It
yes,
saves heart. Your feelings aren't gonna be hurt because I set this boundary. And my one of my boundaries are, if you need to come to me in some kind of way that's not of God, go stop and you go pray before you come to me with some nonsense. Like take that in. Or if you we need, just ask me, how is my heart right now? Are you at a place that you can take what I'm giving you? And if that person is not there, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna tell you anyways. You gonna talk to me anyways. I know in relationships and friendships and kinships and love ships, sometimes we always want to talk to somebody when it's the wrong time. And then they wonder why you mad because they cussed you out.
look, run
They
past
cuss you
it.
out because they asked you to stop. Because once it's said, like she was like, Reverend, draw the line that others can't cross and use that black permanent ink mark. Do not use a pencil. That a pencil has an eraser on it and it can just be erased. Use that permanent marker, and that means don't come back to me with that. Don't do that. Don't. I'm telling you, my child has it down pat. When I come on 5,000, she'll let you know, Mama, I can't. I'm not ready. I can't receive it right now. Go ahead and leave me alone.
Look,
Shut my door and
bring
go
it
to
on
your.
down for me. Bring
Yes.
it
And
down.
it's okay. That is so okay. And again, when you fall in love with yourself, you set boundaries for you, not for them. They don't understand. It's really for you. But I'm just gonna say it's for me. But I really set that boundary for you.
Girl, listen. Another one is letting other people's issues drain my energy.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good
Y'all
one.
know
Yeah,
sometimes you be
Angela.
trying to be there and to listen, but if it drains you, you gotta be able to step back sometimes and realize that, you know what, I can't call sister such and such all the time, because every time we talk, it's something going on, it's something wrong, it's something, y'all know. And don't get me wrong, like Sparkle said, use discernment, because there are some people who are going through some things, and they need somebody to listen to them. But if it is always, y'all know, we always at the altar about the same thing all the time, and it drains you. And when you get out the car, you just like, oh, I can't
Why,
even. I
why
don't
did
even
I
have
talk to
energy.
her?
I
It,
I I feel depressed. I
yeah.
feel anxious, and it's too much. Stop letting people drain you of all the goodness that's inside of you that you
Mm-mm.
can't even give anymore. Because, and that kind of goes along with trying to please everyone else while my own cup runs empty.
Because what did I tell you? You better let people run off that overflow of you. Stop letting people get in your cup and
Yeah.
do that overflow. It's some people that might call that you do have to hit ignore. Or I will block you for a little while. Maybe we need a 30-minute block session that me and you just can't talk for a minute. And every time you call or your text message, it's not gonna go through. You blocked. You blocked. Because I have to do a service for myself. And I have to be able to give God my everything every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are coming and you drawing me up that I can't, and I need to go take a nap every time I talk to you, I need to go to sleep because I got to recharge, I got to reset.
Whoa.
I'm not at, and that's okay being at a place that I cannot handle you. Cornisha, that do not disturb, it works real good. When we was up, Cornisha, Monica, and all of us was texting yesterday, and Monica said go to sleep, and I was already in the bed because as soon as I made sure that Cornisha and Monica and Angela made it home, it went to DNR. Do not disturb me, because I don't know about y'all, but when you tired, when you real tired and exhausted, it's another person that comes out of you. You respond and react in a different way. You don't have that think before you speak spirit in you when you sleepy and when you hungry. Those two things, when you in those two places, you do not have the think before I speak spirit living in you.
You don't. Honey, it will come out. I'm telling you, you will be trying. The next thing you know, the irritability will come out. You'll start looking like, I'm gonna need you to read the room, because how I'm feeling right now is not receptive to what you're giving me. I got to get out of here. I got to do something different. I got to put that do not disturb. Rampage said, you are not Jesus. That burden is not yours to carry all the time. And you cannot be God in somebody else's life. Let him handle them. That's good,
Yes.
Rampage. Let God, let go and
Speak
let
of
God handle
God.
somebody. Because you're not somebody's savior. I don't care how many times people come to you. You cannot fix everything for everybody. You can't. That's why it drains you, because it's not meant for you to carry that. That's why it's heavy for you. That's not your burden. Jesus said, cast your cares on me. They casting it on the
And
wrong one.
others too. Cast them other people too. Be like, cast her on over to you, God. I cast you on over. But these are all. But when you say that, that's still another part of your boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. This is another one. Dimming my own light to make others comfortable. Don't dim yourself down because other people can't handle who you are. If you are great, be great. Don't go in feeling like, okay, well, I ain't gonna say nothing, because I know that if I do, somebody gonna have attitude. No, that is your God-given gift. Whatever God has blessed you with, use it. Don't go in and not be smart because everybody else in there doesn't know the answer to the question, and you know all of them. Scruggs used to, ouch. It's
It's powerful.
God didn't give you greatness to dim it down because other people can't handle it.
Yep.
because they're not there. And if that's the case, maybe sometimes you need to reevaluate the people that you're around. Maybe you need to put yourself in position of people who are on the level that
Or
you're on. And
smarter
it's
than
not to
me.
say
Put me
that,
in the room that people are smarter than me. I don't want to
yeah,
be the only one that's smart in my whole group. I want some people smarter. Let me learn from you. Let me develop and grow from you. If you are always the one with all the answers and all the resolutions and all the thinking pattern, come up with
mhm,
every strategy, I don't want to be stuck somewhere with nobody. That I'm the only one that can, with a group of people. We in survivor mode and they waiting. What we gonna do, Sparkle? What we gonna do? How we gonna do it, Sparkle? How we gonna do it, Sparkle? Yes, we are leaders. We're leaders and we lead people along the way. But you have to get around other leaders so that they sparkle will sprinkle on you. Their anointing will rub down on you. Their talents and gifts, they will pour it back into you so that you can get everything that they have too. That nobody, no, you shouldn't be in a competition type place with people as well. You got to be in a circle where everybody is looking for you to win. Because all we do is
yeah,
win, no matter what. We're in
win.
a winner circle.
And we not, and the thing about it is, you don't want to play small, dim your light. You don't want to not be who you are because other people can't handle that. That's not a good space to be in. It stunts your growth. And y'all know we're not about stunting growth for anything. You know what I'm saying? This is the time, this is the season. Ms. Dorsey, this is good advice. You got, if you're amazing at something, you can't say like, okay, well, I'm not gonna bring my whatever kind of dessert. I'm not gonna bring my banana pudding because I know they got that little stuff over there and they done bought store bought cakes and all that stuff, and I know mine's is gonna shine and stand out. No, bring your stuff. Let people see what it is to be great, what it is to be amazing, what it is to
Yes.
be fabulous. Don't dim down yourself for anything or anybody. If they can't handle it, they got choices. They either can leave or they can step up, rise up.
Yeah.
But you be who you are and don't put that down and don't dim it down or anything for anything. Miss Pat said, baby, I make sure that I have other sisters in my life that know the things that I don't know. I need their wisdom and guidance. I'm not competing, I'm collaborating so I can grow.
That collaborating.
Don't be intimidated by somebody else's level of intelligence or gifts or skills. You know what I'm saying? You may say, oh well, I don't talk as well as them. It's okay. Sit
Yeah.
back sometimes and just learn, or go to them and say, hey, can you help me? I notice I say XYZ all the time and I need somebody to help, tighten me up a little bit so that I can go out here
That's
and
good.
be on the same level. It's nothing wrong with that. You should want to grow. You should want to go to that next level. You should want to make sure that whoever's around you, applaud them as you applaud yourself. Celebrate their wins because God got wins for you too. Your wins may not look like their wins, but we
Exactly.
still winning. We all winning. So don't dim yourself down just because you're shining in a particular arena.
Yes. And I used to think when people say she thinks she all that was a bad thing. That is not a bad thing. Understanding that you are all that is a good thing, that people have turned it into a negative thing. Having confidence that your sparkle is beautiful, having confidence that I'm anointed, having confidence that I hear from God, having confidence that I understand that God will never leave me nor forsake me, having confidence, the peace that passes my all understanding. Having that is all that. It's all that. God is all that. So if God is all that and he pours into me the wisdom that I need to carry on, then let him pour on. And thank you for seeing that God is pouring onto me. When people say you all that, you think you all that, it's because they're jealous of your overconfidence. They don't understand how you can be that confident about something and so sincere about God is gonna make a way no matter what. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but God's gonna do it. All I know is that I believe God. I believe God. I'm expecting a miracle, and I'm just going. Well, how you gonna think that? All I can look. How I'm not gonna think that? How am I not
Exactly.
gonna think that God's gonna do it? How am I not gonna think that? Because if I think the opposite, then here I go down the drain, saying, oh, I need sympathy. I'm crying. I'm weeping. I'm moaning. No, I'm going to have this overconfidence that God's going to do it. Why? Because I believe God. I believe God. I believe God's going to do it. I believe God that covers me, because if he didn't want me to believe it, he wouldn't have put it in his word. So since he put it in his word, I can always come back and give him remembrance of what your word says. Your word said that I'm the head and not the tail. Your word said that I'm the lender and not the borrower.
Come
I'm just
on.
giving God. You said you are love, God. I'm just giving you what you told me to remind you of.
I'm blessed coming in and blessed going out. I'm
I speak to
blessed. I'm
mountains, and
winning
what
all the
do?
time.
They fall. When I speak to those mountains crash down. They falling down on top of one another, because I cast my cares upon my God, because my God cares for me. Y'all, we got to get this confidence that pass our understanding. I don't know where Allah came from, but confidence past our understanding. God is good. I believe God. Do you believe God? I believe God. It was one more that I wanted out there. And I'm sorry, I gotta slide this one on in there. I wanted saying yes when you know you should say, saying yes. When you know good darn well you should have said no. You
Yeah.
should have said, no, I'm not picking your child up from school today. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not bringing no chicken and dressing to Thanksgiving dinner. If somebody's trying to make you bring something to Thanksgiving dinner and you know that's not what you want to bring, this year, I'm not bringing that. This year, I'm bringing green bean casserole, because that's what I feel in my yin yin yang. I feel in my spirit some green bean casserole. I don't want y'all regular green beans. So saying yes to things that you should say no. Say no to this year. 2024 is my new levels, new structure, new way of thinking, and new way of protecting myself from y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. Y'all have a blessed one.
Y'all see how she done threw that on it now?
Yeah, we're gonna leave now.
We're gonna okay. Y'all have a great rest of the day, because y'all know what? We believe God all day, every day, because he sets us up to be winners. Go into the day having the utmost confidence. Believe in yourself. Don't you dare dim your light to make anybody else comfortable. You go out here and be the best version of yourself every single day. And if they can't handle it, then baby, they weren't meant to be around you. It's just that simple, point blank, period. Because we're not dimming down, baby. I believe God. I'm walking in that favor and that blessing every single day, all day, every day.
Pull it down, pull down, pull down. Love y'all. Have a great one.